In fact, you can almost feel it becoming hot. This morning we started out in the 40s and 50s, had a little bit of that crispness in the air. Well, now we're heating on up because it is a south wind. But by tomorrow we turn more to a north wind already. So that's going to draw in some cooler air, highs in the 60s and 70s, but it comes with some wind as well once again. So we only had one day of a break. Once we go to our Saturday afternoon, 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts as a high is moving on in. Temperatures will be rebounding for us next week, but right in between is that frost potential. So Sunday morning could be in the 30s and 40s. So let's paint the picture here a little bit. Radar and satellite over the past 3 hours. There's really not much to it here, but this high that we have down over by Iowa is bringing in a south wind. Hence why we're near 80 today. But this low pressure system, you can see the cloud cover with it. Well, that's going to slowly start to move into Crosby right now, eastern Montana, Plentywood, eventually into North Dakota. Attached with it could be a couple of spotty showers. Not a lot, just a couple hundredths of an inch. You're probably not even going to notice it. Most of it will be past sunset through the overnight hours. And then Saturday itself should be dry. So we already mentioned highs will be in the 80s today with that south wind. Low comes forward, showers really to the north of the interstate, maybe even to the north of Highway 200. We're doing okay. I know we need the rain, but it's just not a lot. Tonight we do fall back to the 50s. Showers clear on out. North winds now appear because here comes another high pressure system. So there's that clockwise flow as it always follows through. 70s for the daytime highs, 30 to 40 miles per hour for the wind gusts as the high moves in. But the high pressure is now over us once we go into our Sunday morning. Well, that's the calm winds and clear skies that allow for that frost potential. So all of the heat that we see, and granted it's not that hot on Saturday, escapes up into the atmosphere overnight into Sunday morning, so 30s and 40s. But it's not unusual for this time of year. This is about when we do see that first frost, if not a couple days, but delayed. So 35 is the low I have for Sunday morning, 34 in Hettinger, 41 in Minot, as well as Bismarck. Same thing, even as we go off into the eastern half of the state. But the big takeaway is frostier potential, or that frost potential does exist a little bit more in the western half of the state than it will in the middle. So right now is September 20th. We usually do see frost right around this time of year. In fact, we're about 4 days delayed. But I thought we'd talk about also what's expected in the coming days. The next 6 to 10 days are favored to be above normal. That's that temperature rebound. Dry weather, yes, that's going to continue. I don't have a chance of any precip in the forecast besides the spotty showers that we're going to see today. Now, as far as the month of October goes, near normal temperatures. But Krista, you have to keep in mind, because that average high at the start of October starts off at 69 degrees, ends the month pretty much in those lower 50s. So we're really dropping for October, not here for the next 7 days.
Yeah, the weather is still certainly going to start turning, but it looks like we might be seeing more 70s and maybe some 80s in the forecast.
Yeah, next week it looks really good, but we're still losing that daylight.